welcome to my channel. This video is a full moon reading for the full moon in Leo on February 16th, 2022. This will be a pick a card reading, and I will be asking our familiars for some advice during this full moon. This full moon is in Leo. Full moons are typically about releasing, assessing where we are, looking back at the intentions that we set 2 weeks ago at the new moon, and releasing anything that needs to be released in order to achieve these intentions, anything in our mindset or in our actions or in our behaviors, any changes that we have to make. Since this full moon is in Leo, the energy around this full moon is creative, it's passionate, and we can use it to create balance in our life. This Leo full moon also really wants us to embrace who we really are, our pure, authentic self, and to be able to express that, to shine bright, to be ourselves and be proud of who we are, to be able to go after our purpose, to follow our passions, to be empowered and to feel confident and beautiful in who we are. During this full moon, we can look at what is preventing us from achieving that confidence and that authenticity and going after our passions and being true to ourselves. We can see what's getting in the way of that, what's blocking us from being able to embody that or embrace that or accomplish that. And for us to really accept that following our purpose and being true to ourselves and showing ourselves to the world is joyful and it's fun. And that when we follow joy and when we follow feelings that feel good and activities or take actions that feel good, that will lead to us living our purpose and living our true authentic life and being true to who we are, because it feels good and joyful to be who we are. This full moon is also known as the snow moon, and that has to do with the time of year and where we are on the wheel of the year, which is still in midwinter. We may already be seeing some signs of spring. This full moon symbolizes power, hope, change, growth, and just magic. With this moon being in Leo, and Leo being about love, creativity, passion, pleasure, and self-expression, we can find growth or change, transformation, and hope in that area of our life, in those Leo aspects of our life, which are love and pleasure and self-expression, all those Leo type energies. So that's the energy going into this full moon and the energy that you can expect during this full moon. I will be asking our familiars using the Dog and Cat Communication Tarot deck, a deck specifically designed for communicating with your dog and your cat. I'll leave the link for that deck below if you're interested. But I will be asking our familiars for advice for this full moon. I'm going to ask them, what part of ourselves, our true authentic selves, are we not acknowledging or expressing or showing the world? What do we need to embrace more that is a part of ourselves that maybe we're hiding or pushing down or not shining as brightly? How are we holding back in our self-expression and being our true authentic self? Our familiars spend a lot of time with us, they're in our energy all the time, and animals are really good at interpreting energy, absorbing energy, and they come from pure love. So they really want to help us, they want to heal. They're like little sponges that soak up our energy. So when we clean our energy, they benefit from that as well. And they're also really in tune to our energy, and they can lend a lot of good advice and guidance. So that's why I use our familiars and get in touch with them. So pick a number from 1 to 3, and that number will be the message that's for you. Relax, get in a comfortable state. I'm going to shuffle the cards and you can pick your number and we'll get into the reading. What does our familiar want us to show off, express? How can we be more authentic? What part of us still needs to shine? Do we need to let shine brightly? Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. Group 1, your cards are the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. Group 1, with your cards, your familiar is letting you know that change is most likely occurring and for you to embrace that change. Change can make our pets feel uncomfortable and nervous and can cause anxiety in our animals, and it can do that for us as well. Often we block ourselves from receiving or reaching goals that we want to because we are afraid of change, and we don't let ourselves improve or our situations improve, or we don't let ourselves get to where we want to be because we're afraid of making changes. It's really uncomfortable, it's scary, we have to do things we've never done before. Your familiar is letting you know that they are here supporting you and loving you and lending their empathy and support for you because it's scary for them as well, and they're just letting you know that you two are in this together. You're a partnership and you're supporting and loving each other, and you will get through this together. With the card the Hierophant, your familiar is letting you know that you two balance each other out, and that's a symbolic card for this Leo full moon because Leo can balance the masculine and the feminine energies. And your familiar is just letting you know that you two make a good team, a good partnership. You balance each other out. You push each other to achieve things and to better yourselves. For example, my dog Penny, she really pushes me to get outside, and I'm always really grateful that she does that. And she gets me in nature. Otherwise, I'd be sitting at home a lot more than I am. But because of her, she pushes me to go out, which is something that I really appreciate. She teaches me the importance of nature and getting outside. I always like to do it, but I wouldn't do it as much if it wasn't for her. So she helps balance me in that way. The Hierophant is also our familiar telling us that we are really wise, and that's what our familiar wants us to embrace. That's the part of us that our familiar sees in us that maybe we don't see yet, or we're not letting others see. We're not expressing that wise, knowledgeable person that we are. Your familiar is letting you know that you know a lot about a subject or about life in general. You know a lot, and you can share that with others. Share your knowledge, share your wisdom, share your experiences so that other people can learn from them. Other people will learn from you. You are a good teacher and you have knowledge, you have something to share with the world and to share with other people, and to embrace that part of you and let that part of you be seen. I hope that this message was helpful for you, Group 1, and you have a great full moon period, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Group 2, your cards are the World and the 10 of Hearts. Group 2, with your cards, the World and the 10 of Hearts, your familiar is letting you know that you have a lot of compassion and empathy and romance in your life, or that needs to be something that you can embrace or try to bring into your life more. Whether you need to give it out or you need to let yourself receive it, or be comfortable receiving that romantic, compassionate energy. With the card the World, your familiar is also letting you know that you're coming to a completion of a cycle or a phase in your life, and you're starting something new. I feel like this is something that you are well aware of and you already know, but your familiar's acknowledging this. And if you feel like you haven't, or you're still processing the change or the completion, your familiar is letting you know that it's well underway, and if it just feels internal and you don't see it in your reality or externally yet, just be patient and keep going, keep making the changes, and be compassionate with yourself, love yourself, and accept yourself where you are right now. Honor your achievements, celebrate your successes, show gratitude to yourself for how far you have come, all that you've accomplished, and leave the past in the past. Give yourself some love and move on and embrace, welcome this new change, this new phase, this new mindset, this new part of your life, this new chapter in your life. The Ten of Hearts is a lot about relationships, and this is an aspect or a part of yourself that your familiar suggests you find more comfort in expressing. Express love for yourself, express love for others in your life, express love for your familiar. You probably already do this, but your familiar wants you to do more. There's definitely one aspect that your familiar sees you need to do more of, and you will know which that is, whether that is loving yourself more, showing love to the other people, other loved ones in your life, or showing more love to your familiar. And then think about if you are receiving the same love back that you are giving, receiving the same compassion and understanding and acceptance that you are giving. And if there are friends or family member or relationships or even a business partnership, any interaction, any relationships that you have in your life, if you're not receiving what you're giving, think about what changes can be made and how you can restore more balance or feel more equal or accepted or appreciated in the partnership that you're in. You really want to embrace harmony and collaboration and working together, a balanced relationship. What have you accomplished with others, other loved ones, whether that's friends, family, romantic relationships, business relationships, any sort of relationship? What have you accomplished with another person? Celebrate that, be grateful for that, be happy about that. So this full moon, really assess your relationships and where you're giving love and where you're receiving love, which is really fitting under this Leo full moon, since Leo has a lot of that passion and that love and that romance energy. So I hope this was helpful for you, group 2, and have a good full moon period, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Group 3, your cards are the 6 of Hearts and the 8 of Hearts. Group 3, you have the 8 of Hearts and the 6 of Hearts, and all the cards in the suit of Hearts are to do with emotions and feelings and often relationships with others. So this is really suiting for the Leo full moon, since Leo is also about qualities, romance, love, passion. The 6 of Hearts is about being mindful and present in the moment and being able to just take a breath, stop, and be aware of what you are feeling in that moment. What emotions are you experiencing? And your familiar wants you to do this multiple times throughout the day. Just take a second, breathe, tune into your body, tune into your emotions. Try to not think or always use logic or your mind, and see how you are feeling. What are you feeling? What's going on in your body? Become really in tune and aware of your emotion. Our familiars and animals in general are really good at this. They're really good at being in the moment and being present, and your familiar is offering you guidance, support, assistance in that. If you're struggling with being present and being able to connect to your emotions, connect to your familiar and just let them know, I'm trying to be present right now, I'm trying to tune into how I'm feeling, can you help me with that? And just sit with their energy, and they will help you with that. They will guide you, they will assist you, and they will help you come in tune, relax your body and relax your mind and get in touch with your emotion. So stay in the moment, be mindful with your familiar. And the 8 of Hearts is really about being a team, working together and really communicating with each other. Working together to overcome challenges or stressors or discomforts or anything that you are not enjoying right now. Working with another loved one, whether that's your familiar, a family member, a friendship, a business partner, working with another relationship, another person that you engage with regularly on a regular basis, working with them to overcome something that benefits the both of you. The Eight of Hearts is also really about being aware of how another is feeling in a situation, whether that's your familiar, noticing that they are stressed about the wind knocking something against the door or the window, and that's stressing them out, that's causing them anxiety, and they don't have a way to tell you that. Just being aware of their body language and how they are trying to communicate with you to let you know that they are feeling uncomfortable. Our animals are really good at this, and you probably do pick up on how they are feeling and what they are thinking, and you communicate with them regularly and you understand them, and our familiar wants to remind you that you can do this with other people as well. Communicate with others about how you are feeling, communicate with others about what is making you uncomfortable, and then they will most likely help you, want to work with you to help you feel more comfortable, to remove whatever makes you feel uncomfortable. They will work with you to come to a solution together. Your familiar is reminding you that you do this for me, let others do it for you, and trust that you are supported and your loved ones in your life want you to feel good. They may not know that you are not feeling good if you don't communicate with them and let them know. So be able to express that part of you, be able to communicate and express when you are feeling uncomfortable so that you can move away from the situation. This full moon, your familiar wants you to be able to embrace your communicative skills and being able to communicate how you are feeling, communicate your emotions. You are probably aware of how you're feeling and when you feel uncomfortable. Your familiar wants you to be able to let others know as well, and to trust that others want to help and want to support, and they will be as understanding as they can be, because you are that to your familiar, and your familiar really thanks you for that understanding, for trying to work together as a team and considering your familiar's feelings and thoughts. Your familiar wants you to know that you are supported in that way as well. I hope that was helpful for you, group 3, and you have a good full moon period, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.